Hello, Kennedy students. This is Miss Krenz. Guess what? Registration is fast approaching for next school year already. So I'm going to have you watch this presentation and be ready to register here in the next couple weeks. During February 7th, you will get your registration materials during your advisory, and you actually can start entering some of your courses in campus if you'd like. You'll have 1 week, and then on February 14th during advisory, your advisors will collect the forms and you will finalize entering your classes in campus for next school year. If you're going to be absent, we'll catch you during makeup that following week, but everybody else that's here, February 7th to the 14th are big dates for you. On the 7th, you are going to take a look at the registration guide, and that's located on our Kennedy website, so you can access it at any time that you need. We will give you some registration sheets to look at and start completing, and then those sheets will go home. You will review that sheet with your parents, because then you will bring it back on February 14th and complete registration at that time. And again, registration will take place in campus, and I will show you how to do that. On the sheets, you should have your name and ID. The first thing you're going to do are select your core classes, like your language arts, math, science, and social studies classes. Next, you'll pick any other required classes that you need, the Phy-Ed, Health, Fine Arts, or STEM courses. Then you'll write in your electives, such as AVID, World Language, other elective classes you're interested in. And then at the bottom is where you select the alternates, which are different than the electives. So for example, if you chose Intro to Foods as an elective, you would not put Intro to Foods down as an alternate, since I already know you want that as an elective. So here's what a registration sheet looks like. Again, you'll have your appropriate grade level for next year. The core classes, you should be able to just check the boxes, and then elective courses, you actually have to write in the course number and the name, which you will look in the registration guide for, or on the back of your sheet. To find the registration guide, again, it's on the Kennedy website. So go to our main website, and on the left-hand side, there's the registration tab. Click on that tab, and then the registration guide will pop up along with other information you might want to use for registration process. In the guide, there are a few things I want you to look at, and hopefully your advisor will pull these up again so you look at them during advisory. But on page 16 are a list of STEM courses. You must have one STEM to graduate from high school. So make sure you do this sometime during your high school career. On page 19, there's a list of fine arts courses. You need 2 fine arts courses to graduate. So again, you must have 2 fine arts courses during your high school career. On pages 20 through 21 are our entire graduation requirements and a credit status worksheet that you could actually complete, which will help you know where your status is on graduation right now. Take a look on page 22 and 23 because we do have some new courses next year. You might be interested in taking one of these new courses, so make sure you take a look at those. And again, any other information you need will be in the registration guide. So take a look, scroll through, read about the courses, and make sure you know what you are doing for registration. One thing we will have next year are some online classes. Most of the online classes are available in the core subject areas. You can find an entire list of these classes on page 14. Honors Algebra 2 is in there as well as one of them. When you register, that class will be placed in your early bird period, or if you have a free hour in your class somewhere, that's where it will be. The question is, should you take an online class? Well, to take an online class, there are some requirements. You must be motivated, well organized, disciplined, have strong time management skills, have strong technology skills, and enough time in your schedule to spend time working on this class as if you took it as a regular class during the school day. So make sure you choose wisely. A traditional 6-period schedule is this. Again, 6 periods a day for 3 trimesters, 18 total classes. Class starts at 7:50 and ends at 2:37. If you are planning to take an online or a summer course, as in summer Phy-Ed or health, then you could be registering for 19, 20, or 21 classes, and your schedule would potentially look like this. The online class will go in the early bird hour, the rest of your classes will fill up the rest of the schedule. If you are taking an online class, it'll be in the early bird hour, and you could potentially register for 7 courses. PE9, PE10, and Health will be offered in the summer. Just a note, there is no transportation provided, and the only way you can take one of these summer courses is if your schedule is too packed during the school year that you don't have any room for any other electives. Here are some frequently asked questions. What math class should I take? Well, take a look at the registration form as it should be listed there, or speak to your current math teacher. What science class should I take? This would be the same process. Take a look at your form or ask your current science teacher. When can you take PE10 or Health? To graduate, you have to have PE9, PE10, and Health. However, you could potentially take it any year of your high school career. If you have a super packed schedule that doesn't allow for any electives to fit, for example, you have AVID and a world language, then you could take the summer PE and or Health class. Please go to page 52 to see details, as some of them will be offered in June and some will be offered in July through August. So make sure you're picking the right course that fits for you. Another question, do I have to apply to be in honors or AP classes? No, you do not need to apply. You can just register for these courses. If you are taking an AP course, you have to sign a commitment form. Along with that, your parent will have to sign it because it is a lot of work, but we want to make sure that you and your parent are committed to that, as it's a great class. You must be highly motivated and make sure your work ethic is super, super high, because you will have homework and studying to do every night. If you have questions about this, talk to your current teachers and they will give you some advice. If you are planning on doing PSEO, do you have to register for classes? The answer is yes. You must register for your PSEO classes, and once we see that you are registered for courses at your college in PSEO, we will change your schedule. But you won't know that information until potentially this summer. If you failed a class, what should you do? Well, register right now as normal, because hopefully you can attend summer school to make up that course, and if not, then we will change your schedule and put you back in that class next year. If you are doing VOTEC, do you have to register for high school classes? The answer is yes, you should register as normal. There is an application to take VOTEC classes at DSCTC, and your schedule will be changed if you get into that program. Do you have to register to be a student assistant? You cannot register to be a student assistant, so register for courses as normal, and in the fall of next year, you can see your counselor, and the counselor will work with you on getting the student assistant form signed so you can take that instead of a class. Can students register for Beacon? The answer is no. Register for normal high school classes, and if you are accepted into Beacon, the counselor will work with you on changing your schedule. Just a reminder, we have a Career and College Academy, and there are a number of courses in there. You should look at pages 74 to 84 in the guide to see the classes in such areas as IT, cosmetology, criminal justice, auto. So take a look and go through those pages, and if you want to sign up for one of those courses, you would enter that, but just to a reminder, that will fill 2 or maybe even 3 periods in your day, depending on the course. So you have to have 2 periods free to take a Career and College Academy course. If you have questions, make sure you speak to your advisor or teacher about that. All right, so how do you register for these classes? I'm going to show you how to do this, and your teachers can be there for assistance as well. But the first thing you're going to do is log into Campus, and on the left-hand side, there is a tab that says Academic Planner. Scroll to the bottom of the page once you click on Academic Planner and hit the Next button. Some of you might not be able to see the Next button, so for whatever reason on Chromebooks, that Next button doesn't pop up right away. You might have to minimize your screen to see the Next button, so make sure you get down there and click the Next button. Then you'll come to a page where you enter your courses. And again, you'll see at the top for this student in grade 10, they are registered for 0 out of 18. The goal is to make sure you reach 18 in that column, and potentially 19, 20, or 21 if you're taking summer or online classes. The columns are created by grade level. So the grade 10 courses will be up and down in that column. So the first box is language arts. So you would choose your 3 language arts classes for the 3 separate trimesters, then move on to the next category down, which I believe is math, and continue to go on. The one thing you don't want to do is enter an English 10 class in 10th grade, an English 10 class in 11th grade, and an English 10 class in 12th grade. Make sure you stay in your correct grade level column. I saw that error with some students, so hopefully we don't have that again. Once you have entered your core classes and your electives and you have reached 18, please hit the save button at the top. A lot of students have forgot to do this and they've lost all their courses, so make sure you hit save. Once you've done that, move to the bottom of the page, and that's where you'll enter your 6 alternates. So again, you can type 6 classes in, and once you reach 6 out of 6 credits, hit save again at the end. So I don't pick a random class for you, but choose alternates that you're interested in. At the end, if it was saved correctly, you can see next to the star, it says course plan was saved. That's the indication that you did save it and everything looks good. So again, we are registering during advisory. You can start working on this process during February 7th, but the finalized version will happen on the 14th. Everything is available online. If you lose your registration sheet or want to take a look at the guide, make sure you go to the online website. If you have any questions, make sure you talk to your teacher in that subject area or your counselor or your advisor. Make sure you know what classes you're registering for next year. And just the final part is that parents will have to approve registration. So for example, if your parents don't want you to be taking an online class, but you sign up for one, your parents will be approving this. So they will probably make sure that that's changed. So talk to your parents about this and make sure they understand what courses you're taking and they are on board for that as well, as they will have to approve that. We are super excited about the rest of the school year and obviously preparing for next year. So make sure you guys are signing up for the right classes. If you have questions, see your counselor, but otherwise, go Eagles!